Day 3. So today's actually been a pretty good day. It's had its ups and downs. I think sometimes there's a misunderstanding that because I am unwell, every moment is horrendous and a battle, and that's not necessarily the case. And my sister asked me yesterday what it meant that I'd been discharged from the acute mental health service. And does that mean I'm better? Does that mean I'm fine? In this case, the emergency service is when the suicidal thoughts that come in when you reach that level of depression and lowness are inescapable, and it's the only thing that you can think about, and you get locked in that thought, and it's dangerous, and that is why it's an emergency service. And I lived in that place for 9 weeks. And I would never have believed that getting out of it would have been possible. And I'm hoping that at some point this might be seen by somebody who's in that place and can just be a little bit of hope that there is something next if you keep fighting. And a big part of struggling being down there is that you can't understand why you feel the way that you do, what's making you feel the way that you do, because it's not an issue of something's happened and it's made me sad. And it's exhausting. And the metaphor they use at the acute mental health service is trying to keep a beach ball under the water. You've got these feelings and emotions that are just building up, and you're trying to keep them down under the water, which just is tiring until you have no strength to hold it down anymore and everything comes flying up and explodes above the surface. Now that fight in itself, trying to keep those emotions down, is so difficult. Right? People have sent me so many messages and comments in the last couple of days to say that what I'm doing is so brave and so strong, and this is absolutely nothing in comparison to the fight that I went through every minute of every day for those 9 weeks. And it was painful and it was difficult and it required so much strength. So if you are in anywhere on that spectrum, thinking you have a weakness, you are wrong. You are not weak in any way, shape or form. You are so strong just to get through the minutes in front of you. On the flip side of that, if you live with somebody who's struggling and you know they're struggling and you don't know how to help, that requires a huge amount of strength as well. And that question constantly of, what do I say? What do I do? How do I help? There isn't an answer to that question. But what is integral to that help is the understanding that that fight is happening every minute of every day, is exhausting, and trying to get the energy to go out for a walk or to go shopping or to do something else is almost impossible. And it's difficult for both sides of this, because you're watching somebody that you love struggling so much and not understanding why you can't help them, why they can't help themselves, and this is so encompassing that you can't accept the help, you can't be open about what you're doing, you can't be open about how you feel. And that makes you feel worse because you feel like you're letting people down. The biggest thing I can offer is that I personally hate hearing, "I'm sorry to hear that you're struggling," because this whole thing is just a part of my story, and a story that I'm deciding to tell, because without telling it, no one's going to hear it. And nobody hearing it is not going to make any difference. Otherwise, share, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.